Welcome to Cooped Up. Well, it's a blustery March day, and by the time you see this video, it will be April. But it is definitely Wisconsin because we've had some beautiful days, even one as warm as 60 degrees. So the ladies have been happy and laying and really excited. And then, of course, now we have today, and there's snow coming, probably accumulating snow. And so that definitely means it's springtime in Wisconsin. And with springtime, that means a lot of precipitation, whether snow or rain. And that can lead to a muddy chicken run for sure. Now, chickens don't like the wet, as we've talked about many times before. And when the ground is soggy and there's nowhere for the water to go, it can be kind of difficult to think of a way to keep your chicken run dry. I touched briefly on doing a deep litter method in the winter to kind of keep them warm, and especially in the coop, help control, the droppings that can accumulate in winter and stuff like that. But you can use the deep litter method to try to help keep your chicken run dry. And really, it can be anything. In my case, we burn a lot of firewood, so we have a wood boiler. And so we end up with a lot of bark and sawdust left over, especially in spring when I empty out the wood bins. And so I find that makes a nice little bedding at the bottom of the run on the ground. And it kind of helps absorb all that extra moisture, keeps the mud down. It also gives the ladies something fun to kind of play in and scratch around in, especially on a day like today where it's going to start storming in a few hours. And so we want to give them something to do while they're stuck in the run today. They're not going to be happy once the snow comes. We haven't had snow for about a week or two, and so they're going to be sorely disappointed again. But so I'm going to go ahead and get some of that sawdust and wood chips that I have in my wood bin and spread it around the run, and then we'll see what the ladies think of it. Okay, so this is what the run floor looks like now that I've added all the wood bark and some pine needles, just some natural organic material that I can find in my own yard. And it helps make kind of a path for the ladies, nice cushy bedding so that they don't have to worry about all the mud. And of course, once it gets to be more summer-like and the ladies are free-ranging more, we'll definitely be cleaning it all out so that the run is clean again, but we'll worry about that once we get to summertime. It is also an awesome boredom buster for the chickens, because as you can see, they're already happily scratching away in it because they can find bugs and things to eat. All right, girls. Hi, Midnight. How are ya? It's gonna be a weird day, isn't it? The weather's acting kind of funny, but there you have it. Now, I'm not going to put the this deep bedding in the actual coop part of that the chickens stay in and lay in, because I don't need it right now this time of year. It's warm enough for them. I'm just using it as basically mud control. So yeah, you ladies enjoy that. So that's one way to control a muddy run. Like I said, I just do that in the springtime while it's real muddy to help absorb all that water so we don't have to deal with any flooding. Ideally, you want to situate your coop and run somewhere where you won't have flooding. But mine is close to the garage, and we kind of live on a hill, so occasionally we have a little trouble with drainage. But some people do use sand in their chicken runs. They claim that works best, and it acts kind of like a litter, like kitty litter, to help absorb the droppings and the water. But I don't think sand will work well in my situation. It might work if you have a run that's not doesn't have a solid roof to it. If it gets a lot of exposure to sunlight and air movement, then the sand will dry out. Otherwise, it'll be like a wet beach all the time, and that will not be comfortable for chickens either. I don't think. Certain sands can also harm their respiratory systems, so you want to be careful. I think a little sand would definitely help sometimes, and I do use it occasionally to help dry things out when it's been a really rainy week, but I don't go for a full deep full sand run. But that's just my preference. All chickens are different, and chicken owners, of course. That's all for this episode this week. I hope you all are well and happy, and that you're excited about spring, and we'll see you next time. Bye.